This week in grammar, we're going to be talking about more plural nouns. If you remember last week, we did talk about nouns and how to make them plural. For example, all we did was just add an S to the end of the nouns. Remember, a noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. I have listed some here: cup, hat, stamp, friend, door, dog. These are all nouns where we can just add an S at the end and it makes them plural, which means more than one. Right now, all these nouns that are listed, it just means one, or they are singular nouns. One cup, one hat, one stamp, and so on. So all we have to do is just add an S to make them plural. Cup becomes cups, hat becomes hats, stamp, stamps, friend, friends, door, doors, and dog, dogs. Now, all the nouns that are listed are all plural nouns. They all mean more than one. More than one hat, more than one friend, more than one dog. So all the nouns that we're going to talk about today are also going to be plural nouns, how to take a singular noun to a plural noun. But if you remember me talking, some nouns cannot just have an S added to the end. We will be adding ES to nouns instead of just S. For most nouns, we just add an S to name more than one, but there are exceptions, and for those, we will be adding ES to nouns. So let's take a look. Once again, we add S to most nouns to name more than one, but we add ES to nouns that end with S, X, CH, so the words that have that ch. Can you make that sound for me? Ch. And words that have the SH, sh. Can you make that sound for me? So we add ES to nouns that end with S, X, CH, ch, and SH, sh, to name more than one. For example, one finch, which is a type of bird, finch is spelled F-I-N-C-H. One finch. That's just naming one. Finch is a singular noun. But finch, ch, you can hear it, has that ch, the CH in it. That means that when we are going to make it a plural noun, we will need to follow the rule and add an ES. So, two finches sat in a tree. F-I-N-C-H-E-S. Two finches sat in a tree. This is now a plural noun. It's naming more than one finch. And we did not just add an S at the end to make it plural. We added an ES because of the ch, CH. Right now, we're going to look at 5 sentences. Some of the sentences will name more than one and some will not. That means that we're going to use a thinking question to know if they're talking about more than one, and if so, we'll need to write the word out in the ES ending. It says write the correct noun in each sentence. Read the sentences to make sure that they make sense. So we're going to do this together. Number 1. 2 boys sit on a porch. Porches. So what we have to remember is that our thinking question is, we're reading it to understand if it makes sense. 2 boys sit on a porch. 2 boys sit on a porches. Which one makes sense? Well, 2 boys are not going to sit together on 2 different porches, are they? They're just going to sit on one porch. 2 boys sit on a porch. When I read that out loud, that makes much more sense than 2 boys sit on a porches. Let's read number 2. They saw many finch in a tree. They saw many finches in a tree. What in that sentence is going to help us understand how it can make sense? They saw many. When I hear that word many, I'm already thinking more than one. Many means more than one. They saw many finches. So you can always use clues in a sentence to also help you figure it out. Finches. And I add that ES because of the ch in the base word, finches. Let's look at number 3. The boys talk about birds on the bus. The boys talk about birds on the buses. If the boys are together, are they going to be talking about birds on just one bus together, or are they talking about birds on separate buses? Well, the boys are together, so they are just on one bus. The boys talk about birds on the bus. Remember, we are reading the sentences to make sure that they make sense. Number 4. They buy 3 boxes of birdseed. They buy 3 boxes of birdseed. Not only are we reading to see if the sentence makes sense, but we're also looking for clues to help us understand if it makes sense. They buy 3. Well, I know that the number 3 means more than one. So that's also going to help me know to pick boxes. B-O-X. Oh, my base word ends in an X. I add an ES ending. Boxes. They buy 3 boxes of birdseed. And number 5, they leave food for the birds in 2 dish. They leave food for the birds in 2 dishes. Once again, we're reading to make sure that it makes sense and looking for clues. They leave food for the birds in 2, more than one, so we're going to pick dishes. D-I-S-H, dish. There's the S-H, dish is the E-S ending. Right here I've written out some examples. I have the word dress. D-R-E-S-S, dress. D-R-E-S-S, dress. dress has that S or the double S ending. So when we go on over, we have the dresses. We have the ES. Dress becomes dresses. Fox, F-O-X. Fox ends with an X. I'm following my rule of I add an ES to words that end in S, X, CH, or SH. Fox becomes boxes with the ES to make it plural. Witch. This is like spooky season witch. Like 3 witches are on a broom. So we just have 1 witch here. We have the CH, ch, ch. So now we have 3 witches with that ES ending to make it plural, more than 1 witch. And our last word, oops, hit that back button by accident. Dish, dish, sh, sh. We have the SH, makes it dishes with the ES ending to make it plural, dishes. So, right before you leave, you are going to see 4 more words, so let's practice. We have this word, bush. Bush. Say that word for me. Bush. What ending does bush have? That's right. Shh. SH. Bush. So let's rewrite bush. Bush. To make it plural, bush becomes bushes with the ES ending. Bushes. Our next word, glass. Glass. Say that, glass. Glass has S ending. And if we follow our rule of S, X, SH, or CH ending, glass to make it plural. 1 glass. To have more than 1 glass, glasses. Glasses. We have our ES ending, glasses. Say that, glasses. Our next word, lunch. Lunch. Say that for me, lunch. What ending is at lunch? Say the ending for me. That's right, ch, ch, lunch. Lunch. To make lunch a plural noun, lunch, we add the ES ending and it becomes lunches. Lunches. Say that for me. And our last word, peach. Peach. Say that for me, peach. What does peach end with? That's right, ch, ch. Say that for me. Ch, ch. To make peach plural, meaning more than 1, we write out peach and we add our ES ending and it becomes peaches. Peaches. Say that for me, peaches. You will add ES to nouns to make them plural that end with S, X, SH, sh, CH, ch.